Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All the way up. Yeah. Ready to rock, I'm going. Down, dun it, dump, dun it, dump, dump, dump. Dun it, dump, dun it, dump, dun it, dump. Yeah, yeah. Bring up. They already know what time it is. You know. When I step in like this, they already know it's pressure. Organized pressure. Hey, okay, the chosen.
Beginning of this year, I fully expected 2020 to be just super transcendent, transformational for just about everybody in every way. I felt like a lot of things were just on the cusp of the next phase or generation, right? Whether it's like pop culture or sports, politics, technology, even our lives personally, just like everything, right? I was looking forward to seeing all the growth and successes that everybody was gonna have. Little did I know that 2020 would turn out quite like this. However, you know, through all of this, we've still had successes, right? People have been graduating and having babies and getting married, starting businesses, reconnecting with family, right? So 2020 has been transcendent, just in a little bit of a different way. At the beginning of 2019, I made a video basically declaring that as my year of revitalization, to revitalize my mind, my body, my spirit. I was not happy with where I was at that point in time. I had a lot of growth to do. I just wasn't happy, right? I was uncomfortable. You know, I had just become a father at that point, so you know, a lot of things were going through my head. I was just struggling with my identity and just kind of what direction I was going in. Because I was uncertain, right? And it was just a new phase of life for me. So fast forward to 2020, and I felt like I was pretty much in the same spot, right? Not much had really changed. I was kind of just stuck in the mud. I've heard a lot of people feel like they've been stuck before. So that's what I felt, you know, at the beginning of this year. But this time with a little bit more clarity on my thoughts and my feelings and why I was actually stuck. So at the beginning of this year, when I thought about what my word would be, right? So 2019 was revitalization. 2020, I have a little bit more of a positive outlook on the year, right? And so 2020 became my year of restoration, you know? And then I thought about it and I was like, so revitalize and restoration are pretty much the same thing. So I had to take a step back and be like, okay, how am I gonna restore my mind, my body, and my spirit? What do I need to do? What are the action steps? And what I came to was really, really simple. It was to get back to the basics, right? Partner with God, you know, my personal trainer inside and out, and build strong from within to really lay and solidify the foundation on the inside to create space for my success, right? So then my word for 2020 became strength. Mental, physical, and emotional, right? All phases. Many of you probably don't know, but I have a decent sized tattoo on my right arm, right? I don't show it much. To be 100% honest with you, I actually forget sometimes that it's there because I don't look at it very often. But I got it shortly after I graduated college. And it's there to really remind me to build strong in every aspect of my life. To really just be great in everything that I do and everything that I stand for, to really just build strong. The inspiration for that tattoo is my favorite Bible verse. It's Isaiah 57:14, which basically says to build up, you know, prepare the road. Remove the obstacles out the way of my people, right? And I read it, I really internalized it because in my mind, it spoke to the self-proclaimed responsibility that I have, you know, to be the best role model that I can be for a lot of my family, right? People that I deal with, people that will come behind me. I'm one of the older, I guess, cousins in my generation. And so I look at myself as like a leader even within the family. I give myself that responsibility to be the best, you know, godly figure and upstanding young man that I can be. You feel me? So I'm trying to be the best version of me, but it's really for the people around me. I'm trying to prepare the road and move the obstacles out the way of my people. All of that was in respect to paving the way for those around me, right? To being the best me that I can be for my family. And don't look now, but Savannah is here. Okay? I've created a family at this point, right? So building strong is not an option. So when we look out our window, right, and think about this journey that we're on, fighting for human rights and activating and advocating for Black people, this is what it looks like to begin to build strong. This is what it feels like to begin to build strong. You look around, it's a little hot in the streets, a little hot on social media, right? Things had to get a little bit uncomfortable. These are truly unprecedented times that we're a part of and that we're witnessing. We've all seen and experienced these protests and riots in the past, but never before have we had this level of publicity, support, as many people as we have moving in one direction. We've never seen this before. All at one time across the world. The revolution and evolution is happening. It's happening. We have to tell ourselves that, right? Because if we're gonna be out here, saying this and doing that, what's the point of doing all that if you don't believe that we can create change and that one day it can all come to fruition? I've heard, granted, a lot of the people that I've spoken to that have said this have been a little bit older than me, but I've heard people say that, like, okay, I've been around the block, I've seen this one too many times, and I just can't get with it, right? I can't get with it because I don't believe that humans can change, or that people can change, or that we gonna make change. Like, they don't believe it anymore. And I can't get with that, right? Because I'm a man of God, right? And so when I equate the two, and I think about our fight for human rights, and then I think about the path that we walk to be like Jesus, it doesn't end. As long as we have breath in our lungs, we have a purpose, we have something to do. It's the same thing as we fight and advocate for human rights and for Black people. So get involved, be a part of it. You've probably heard these exact same words a million times at this point. Well, God darn it, this is gonna be 1,000,001, because, unless and until all 7 billion of the people on this earth are on the same page and moving in the right direction, then there's a conversation to be had. And while we having these conversations, it's still gonna be some foolishness going on. That's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. We know better. It's not gonna stop. But we have to continue to press forward and continue to build strong, right? Build strong from within. Build strong. Look. If I'm gonna be 100 with you, build strong in terms of human rights is literally treating other people how you want to be treated. It's that simple, right? If we want to talk about, all the systemic, hardships and things that we have to go through and just battle in this country, I get it. But if we talking about human rights, treat others how you want to be treated. It is that simple. That simple. Everybody has a role to play. Part of my role is to get us hyped to continue to battle, because it's not gonna end, right? We're likely not gonna see true change, true visible, clear-cut change for generations, right? We're not gonna see that while we're alive. But imagine if our ancestors didn't do what they did, 50, 100, 200 years ago to get us to this point where we could experience 2020. Right? Think about that. Think about where we would be if they didn't do what they did. So we have to continue. We can't stop. It's not an option. It's not an option. So my message, I know I've been long-winded. My message is to build strong by creating great habits. We can't expect or hope to have or create change without changing our actions. That's the definition of insanity. But when we create these new habits, that's what's going to carry us to success in the future. But those new habits are going to bring the results that we want to see. For me personally, I know that my family is gonna get all 150% of what I have to give. I know it, right? But I have to keep in mind that I have to pour into my own cup in order to have anything to give to them. And that's what I lose sight of a lot of times. I wanna read more. I want to work out consistently and get my body right, because it's just not where it needs to be right now. At some point in time, I want to be able to play sports more, right? Because that brings me joy. I want to establish more Christian connections. I'm fighting the good fight for my own faith, but it's hard to do it alone. So I need to build more Christian connections. These are the types of things that I know are going to help mold me to be the best me that I can be for the people I care about the most. And that's my friends and my family. I also do believe that sometimes it's okay to build in a bubble, right? But only the bubble that keeps you from comparing yourself to other people around you, okay? Because everybody's running their own race. That's the beauty of life. I used to run track, but the way I see it, track isn't the only place that we should be able to have personal records. You can have a personal record in any and everything that you do. It doesn't matter what it is. We can have personal records every day, every week, every month, every year, right? Set them and break them joints and celebrate when you do it. And then, set another personal record and go out and do it again, because that's how we're gonna get better. That's how we're gonna build strong. And when you fail, because You know, I've failed and you're going to fail. You probably have already failed. But when you do, just keep in mind that there's always another race to run. So just lace up and get back on the line. There's nothing to feel bad about. There ain't nothing but space and opportunity out here. Like I said, as long as you're alive and you have breath in your lungs, you have something to live for. Jesus didn't die on the cross for us to be perfect. He knows we're gonna mess up. But he's right there, spearheading your fan club, waiting for you to get back up and keep it pushing, man. Pray for me, and I'm gonna pray for y'all. I look forward to seeing y'all make some moves, man. #EasySpeaks.